Hello, everybody. Welcome to day two of manifesting with energy, love, money, all the things that you want to manifest in your life. I am going to wait just a second to have you guys join me. Okay, I see that there are already five people here. Hi, Helena. How are you? Hello. So, can you tell me if you are here or if you watch the replay later? Did you get a chance to do the homework? And if you did, what was your experience? Right. So this is day two of manifesting with energy workshop. It's a 3 day workshop. Yesterday we did the day number one. Today is day number two, and this workshop is literally about getting you to the space where you allow the things that matter to you the most with energy, right? What I have come to see, what I have come to experience in my life is that manifesting is all about energy and all about allowing. That's it, right? There is nothing, high DH, right? Literally everything that you want, right? Yes, you did. Yes. Can you share with me how it felt? What was your experience, please, Elena? So, if you are here, can you share with me? Did you do the homework yesterday? Or did you get a chance to do it? How did it feel? Right? What was your experience doing it? Right? So, what I have come to see, to experience, is that uh, like there's nothing that you cannot manifest, right? No matter what's happening in your life right now, it is just the opportunity for you to see, oh, this is what's happening. Is this something that I like? If yes, maybe I want more of that. Deciding that if this isn't something that I desire in my life, it's just like literally every single thing that's happening in your life. It's so that you can decide, is this what I like? No. If I don't like this, what else do I like? How will I like it instead? Right? Right? How will I like it instead? Will I like, like, for example, the subject of money, right? I have had a lot of people, because this is quite the topic in our society. The topic of money, where so many, including me in the past, money was quite the struggle. Right, when money was quite the struggle. Why? Because I just simply wasn't allowing it. I just simply wasn't allowing it. Right, and now it has become so easy. It has become super easy. Manifesting money has become super easy because number one, I'm allowing more and more and more of that in my life, and number two, I'm charging up my energy. I'm tapping into my energy to allow that to happen. Right, literally to allow the stream of whatever it is that matters to me the most to happen for me. Right. Helena says it's hard to accept the truth. Which truth? Let me know. DH says, yes, homework was great. I felt physical tingling and very emotional. Okay. So, was the emotional? Sometimes when you feel emotional, it's literally you letting go of resistance. What was the emotional part about for me? For you? Can you share with me? What was the emotional part about for you, right? Swapna says, I had fun during exercise. I did it with my sister. Yay, good. Ramina said, hi there, everybody. Hi, Ramina. Elena says, but I need to do it. It's enough. Oh, you need to, okay. All right, good. Right. It's all about allowing, right? So if you didn't do the exercise, if you missed day one yesterday, if you didn't get the workbook, and this is maybe the first time you're watching this, or you just don't have the workbook for this program, for this workshop, I will have a link. I already have a link somewhere in the description of this video where you can actually access all those, right? So now that we are here, right, I am going to ask you to do something very bold again, right? Hi, Ivy. How are you, my love? Right? I'm going to ask you to do something very bold. Yesterday, one of the things that we talked about was really owning your desires, owning what it is that you want, right? A lot of the times we don't allow ourselves to even say it out loud. a lot of the time we say to ourselves, oh my God, that is so big. People are going to think I'm so greedy. People are going to think XYZ, right? Or I'm going to trigger people and so on and so forth. So now, what I'm going to ask you to do now is to own what is it that you want to create in the next 4 to 6 weeks in your life. It can be one thing, it can be several things, right? What is it that you would like to create, right? This is going to be very interactive. I highly recommend that you use this platform of all of us, our energy together, to literally allow yourself to even just own, right? What it is that you want. If you don't have the ability, like literally, if you do not allow yourself to own what it is that you want, somewhere in part of your brain, it's like you telling it, uh, I'm I'm not so sure I want it, right? So here's your chance to say either to write it down and to completely and fully own it, that this is something that I like. This is something that I would like, right? So write it down here. Now, here's your chance to own it, own what you want, right? Decide what you want. While you're doing that, here's the next question for you. When you write down what it is that you want to, right? Here's the thing. Here's the other thing, right? So when I say, write down what it is that you want. What do you want? Does your answer come very clearly, or are you in the space where you say to yourself, right? I actually don't know what I want. I'm not so sure what I want, right? Please answer that question for me. Are you very clear? This is exactly what I want, and it would be nice if it happened in the next 4 weeks. It would be nice if it happened in the next month. Nice if it happens next week. Ivy says, I want $20,000 more. Yes! Thank you for owning it. So when you write that down, right, literally, I'm just going to use this platform to really do kind of like workshop so that we can literally go into the space where you allow yourself to receive, right? So Ivy, when you write down, I want to own, right? You want to own or you want to receive, right? Receive $20,000 this month. This month, right? So when you write that down, what comes up for you, right? If you want this to work for you, you have to engage yourself, right? No one can do this work for you. I promise you, no one can do this work for you but yourself, right? So Ivy, thank you for sharing what it is that you want. Now, what you write when you write that down, what are the things that come up with you? Are you feeling like, oh, I actually don't know how, right? I feel bold. Okay, you feel bold. Yes. All right. Um, so when you're okay, what else comes up for you? Do you say to yourself, right? Is a part of you. Like, be honest with yourself, right? This is a space where we have to be honest, right? We have to be honest with ourselves. Is your mind going? Is a part of your mind? A part of you is feeling bold and feeling like, yes, I want to do this. I will go for it. And is another part of your mind going? Are you sure you can do this? Maybe you said you will do this last month, you weren't able to do this. How in the world am I going? Like, what are the contradictions that are coming up in your mind, Ivy? Right? Victor says the first thing that I want is to be freedom, but first I need to get myself on balance on my entire energy. All right, so Victor, I have a comment about that. All that doesn't mean jack to your brain, right? I want to be what I the first thing that I want is freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Right? What will get you to feeling free? Right? Self need to get yourself on balance and your entire energy, like in practicality. What does that mean? Does it make sense? So we really have to be clear to our brain. We really, really have to make it very clear to our brain, this is what I want. and it will be nice if I got it by this point, right? I hope that makes sense, Victor. Elena says, I really want a certain amount of money, 2,000 €2,000 in the next 4 weeks. Perfect. Elena, same question for you. What comes up for you when you say, I want 2,000 euros in the next 4 weeks? What comes up for you? What are the things that come over? What are the contradictions, right? In your mind, are you thinking, is that even possible? Like, honestly, over. Okay, Ivy says a part of me is asking how. Okay, good, really good, right? Authentic self says, feel like wanting too much. Really good. Thank you for being honest. Go says, hi, I'm sure you are good with good grace. Sorry, Jolie. That's okay. So we're doing like some sort of workshopping here, literally to get you to the space where you allow whatever it is that you want to receive, right? Authentic self says, I feel like I'm wanting too much. And then yeah, I said love from India. Hey, love to you in India. Renee says, I want what I want to receive on think maybe it is too much. Yeah, you think maybe it is too much to ask. Good, good, good. These are the things, right? These are the things that are brewing in the back of your head that actually are sucking, are literally pushing your energy towards what you don't want, right? Literally, it's like I said yesterday, it's where your mind goes, energy is following, right? And when you say this, when you say I'm going to do this, right? I would like to receive 20K this month. And then part of you is like, oh, I don't know how, I don't know if that's possible, right? That what that means is that your energy is being scattered there, and then you keep going like this, right? Because what that really means is oftentimes we go back to the space where if it doesn't come through, I will feel disappointed. Whoever feels that way. What if it doesn't come through? Then I will feel disappointed. Then I'll rather not choose, I'll rather not do that. Who else feels that way? Who has ever felt that way, right? Authentic self says, I want to own $5,000 this week, right? I want to receive. I don't know about own. Like I would like to receive 5,000. Like, is this like something that you're opening yourself up to receive this week? Right? I would like to receive $5,000 this week. Or DA said, I'm not allowed to get that without working hard. Oh my God, that's a really good one, right? Those are the contradictions that come up in your mind. Swapna says, me from India. Hey, Swapna. Elena says, yesterday I felt that it is simple. Yes, yesterday you felt that it was simple when you went into the part of your brain where you could get in touch with what your true essence, right? This is why the energy work is has been so important for me, because it has helped me get to the space where I can believe in myself, I can trust myself, and stuff like that. Okay, Renee says, yes, disappointed. Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of people. I have been asking 16 million for my business, and it's almost more than 6 months. Okay, good. All right. So you keep, like, a part of your brain keep telling yourself, oh my God, like, I have been doing this. I've been trying this for the longest time, but it's not working. And so that's the part of your brain that keeps playing, which means your energy is going there most of the time, which means you keep recreating that, right? Romina said, I want to a harmonious divorce. I want to receive at least $15,000 a month. Feels too much, like a dream though. Job wise, the issue is that I am not exactly sure what I want. All right. Okay. Thanks for Romina. Victor says, I want to own $1,000 in this week. However, I told you about balance myself for broke my energy resistance. All right. So I am afraid, EL says, I'm afraid that it won't come through and I will lose my faith. Believe it or not, those are the real reasons behind. Those are the real reasons behind why a lot of us keep recreating the same exact reality over and over and over again, right? I want to receive $5,000 this week. Yes. Goal says, I have tried and now I am disappointed. Good. Good. Thank you for acknowledging that. Mamta said, yes, I would rather keep quiet than ask and not get it. What a shame. Don't you think so? Imagine that the universe is here and wants to give you everything that you want. But because you feel so afraid that you are going to become disappointed, then you won't ask. Right? Been there, done that. That was actually one of the major reasons why, for the longest time, it was hard for me, right? Disappointed in myself, feeling like other people were going to be disappointed in me, right? It is time to let go. Why? Because there's no such thing. Whatever we call failure, right? Like, I want you to shift your mindset today as we are, right? Whatever it is that you are asking for now, right? Whatever it is that you are asking for to receive now, this month, make it like allow yourself, literally say, okay, number one, that one thing that you're wanting to receive is not going to complete you. So you need to feel your own value first, which is why we do the energy trainings, right? You have to get to the space where you feel your own value, regardless whether you get your $10,000, $20,000 this month or not. Regardless whether you get whatever it is that you're asking for, regardless of whether you get it or not, you are super valuable. You are loved. You have to feel that from your core. You have to know that whatever it is that you are asking for, I can feel that many of you are shifting your energy around this already. That whatever it is that you're asking for, it is not for it to validate you. It's not going to give you more value. Because if you are relying on that to give it, it's like complete opposite. You have to feel your value first. You have to own your value first, and then creating everything else becomes easy. And then creating everything else becomes easy. Because like I look at it this way, our soul, right? Your inner being, your higher self wants you to know that you are loved, knows that you are loved, right? And so if you are literally trying to rely on owning that money, owning whatever it is that you want, for that to be the proof that you are loved, your true self is like, no, 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 that's not the way it is. You have to know, right? And then you end up sabotaging yourself all over. Like you end up sabotaging yourself, right? The first thing is please feel your value. Please feel that no matter what, right? No matter what, disappointed mean what? That means all, like I put all my eggs in that, and that's what's bringing me the joy. That's why, because of, here, let me rephrase that, right? Everything that we are looking for, everything that the money, the love, the lover, the all that, everything that we're searching for in our lives, we are searching for it for what we think and believe that it's going to make us feel. We think that that's what's going to bring us what? Joy. We think that that's what's going to bring us love. This is self-love, self-appreciation, and all that, right? A lot of the times that's why then, Heidi, right? Then when it doesn't happen, we feel so disappointed because we are relying on that to make us feel our value. It makes sense? right? But if all these things that you think, right, you are going to feel when you get the money, when you get the job, when you get all the things that you, if you can already feel that on your own, regardless of whether that becomes reality or not, then you will be amazed at how fast your dream will become reality. You are already good enough. You are already amazing. You already love. You already have pure love within you. You do not need to rely on the money to feel the love. You do not need all those things outside of yourself to validate you. You have to feel that from within. This is where the energy works plays a huge role, because it helps you get to that space where you feel good enough, right? Who said earlier, I can't remember exactly who said earlier, uh, that yesterday through the energy work, you felt like everything was possible. You trusted yourself. You felt all of that, correct? That's the space where you want to be able to create from, right? Write your goals from at any given moment, right? You don't need to know how yet. Literally, whenever you decide, you do not need to cloud your mind with how is that possible? Am I asking too much? Right? Everything that in your mind, right? Everything in your mind that comes up in your particular mind that you want, right? All of your desires, right? Write this down, right? I'll send this as homework afterwards. Again, like if you're on the homework, so make sure that you sign up for the workshop in the comments below, in the description of this, right? Your desires are meant for you. How does that feel in your body? Say to yourself, my desires are meant for me. Everything that I want, everything that I'm asking for, everything that I have come into my mind, they are meant for me. Feel the energy moving in your body, even as you say that to yourself, right? My desires are meant for me. Say that out loud. My desires are meant for me. My desires are meant for me, right? I'm meant to have all that I'm asking for. I am meant to have all that I am asking for. Right? Say that to yourself. Let me know in the comments, how does that feel in your body? If you're very sensitive, I can actually feel a lot of your energies are shifting. I can feel that even through my body. I can actually feel it in your body also. My desires are meant for me. You can actually feel a lot of the attachment lifting. You can feel a lot of letting go, right? Let me know what you're feeling. Elena says, I feel like jumping with joy. Yes. Swapna says, we get attached to our outcome to such an extent that it makes separating become difficult. Yes. That's because we think those things are the things that are going to make us feel whole and complete, but they are not. And if you ask anybody who has even been able to get to the space of the space of even like efforting themselves into creating something, right, without feeling whole and thinking that just creating that thing will make them feel whole, they will tell you every single time it actually doesn't feel the whole. Yeah. um Ivy says it feels pure and free. Good. Yes, I could actually feel that. I could feel the energy shifting in all of you who are right here live. I could, like, it's moving a lot, right? Eboy says overwhelmed. What is overwhelming? Eboy, can you share what's overwhelming? DH says it feels light, right? Romina says calm. It is the truth. Good. I feel lighted higher, lifted higher. Yes, that's the whole point. If I were you, this is something that I'll write down, right? At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a few things to write down to repeat to yourself. over and over and over again. And I'll share with you why that matters. I'll share with you just in a because it's about the brain, right? Renee says it makes me smile, but even hearing myself say this, feel shy saying it. So keep saying it over and over again until like feel your body as you keep saying it. Feel how your body, your even your energy shifts as you keep saying, my desires are meant for me. The mere fact that you desire that, the mere fact that you want that, the mere fact that it came into your mind, it is meant for you. It is meant for your highest good. You pursuing that is meant for your highest good, right? You have to trust your inner self, right? You have to receive that from your space of your inner self, right? Ibo says that universe give me my wish. Good. I felt I was born with the right to manifest my desires. Yes, because you were, because you were. But because we keep thinking, or depending on whatever you may have experienced in your life, a lot of the times we believe it's not possible for me. Who am I to think I can create that? People are going to get triggered, blah blah blah. You are not responsible for how other people react, right? That's their own journey to also take. That is their own healing journey, right? If I'm getting triggered because somebody is being successful, somebody is being creating all the dreams of their lives, it's not their problem. Actually, it's not them, it's me. It's because I'm not allowing myself to receive all that is meant for me. And so I get triggered because somebody else is allowing herself or himself to receive all that is meant for them. So you have to decide. You have to decide. Am I going to allow what is meant for me, or am I going to stand in my own way? It takes literally, it really does take becoming aware of yourself a lot, right? It takes owning what it is that you want, and it takes focusing on what it is, focusing your energy on what it is that you want, and you'll be amazed at how easy it becomes. You'll be so amazed at how easy it becomes to manifest, right? I see this in my life over and over and over and over again. It is so mind blowing, right? If something that I'm asking for is not happening right away, right? It doesn't mean that I fail, because I know that my desires are meant for me and that it's just in the process of me receiving what it is. It's literally just me rising up. It's only the universe has it covered, right? My true self already has it covered. It's literally up to me to rise up to receive, which means connecting to my true essence. And from that space, literally just keep imagining. This is a game, right? Keep imagining all the time. What is it that I want? Or what does it feel like? And feel that way. If I want $10,000 this month, how does it really feel like to have $10,000 in a month? What would I do with it? Who will I share this with? What does it feel like? Feel it with every single fiber of your body. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Imagine, but most importantly, feel what it feels like to feel that way. Imagine and feel with your body, right? So, what does this mean? This means that even when you say that I want $10,000 this month, and then you go and then you check your bank account, and maybe your bank account does not reflect that at all, right? Even worse, not worse, but like even even to a different extent, right? You say I want 10, let's say for example you an entrepreneur or a coach or something like that. You say this month is the month where I'm going to receive $10,000 in income in my business. And then you write all these things down and then you decide, and then you had one person in mind that was going to be the first person that buys your maybe program or your product or your services. and so that you can reach your, get closer to reaching your $10,000. And this person comes back and says to you, no, I don't want to do it anymore, right? Here's the thing, right? You have to define what it is that you want. You have to be clear. How does it feel? I like, I want a client XYZ like this. This is how I want. You get to decide and define how you want your experience, right? Then, if something is not happening exactly how you want it, you have to bring your mind back to what? How do I want it instead? Right? This is my reality now. It's your reality. If it is not desirable, it is just your opportunity to notice, oh, this is what it is right now. You do not need to linger there. You do not need to talk about, this is what we do. Like, we literally start complaining to the whole entire world why this isn't what I want, how I wish it was different, but this is how it is now. And then we keep lingering on, talking about it, like emailing about it, complaining about it. And you see what I mean? About the things that we do not want. Why will you do that to yourself? And I understand, because I used to do that to myself, right? Literally, it's like you have a bank of energy and you are choosing to utilize that energy towards the things that you don't want. It doesn't make sense. Like, but that's the madness of being human. And so you are utilizing your bank of energy towards all the things that you don't want. When you're complaining about them, when you are like, your mind keeps thinking about how hard it is and stuff like that. Again, that is because we are relying on those things to feel us whole, to make us feel whole. But when you are able to feel whole first, right? And then you notice, oh, this is how it is now. You're like, oh, that's interesting. It is what it is. But how do I want it? And then you shift your mind, you shift your thoughts, you shift your imagination to, in an ideal world, this is how I would like it. Maybe right now my bank account is overdraft, but in an ideal world, I will have a minimum of $10,000 in my bank account every single moment of my day, of my time. How does it really feel like to have $10,000 in my account at any given moment? And then literally just keep daydreaming about it. Literally keep imagining it, right? I am not saying to ignore what is real, right? I am saying, as a matter of fact, you have to pay attention to what is real so that you can decide what you want to be real for you. It makes sense, right? And so when you decide what you want to be real for you, that is where you want to spend most of your time. Even though somebody may be yelling at you, the reality is this, like, literally sometimes I check out, right? Literally, because even when I first started this, I had people around me that didn't think the same way. So, like, especially my husband, he knows this, he will recognize this. When I'm really literally thinking about, this is how I want my reality next, he is beating the hammer on what the reality is now, right? Even though you may have people like that in your life, you can decide to either remove yourself from that space, or literally, I used to check out of those conversations sometimes. I'll be like, you know what? Okay. But then I'll check out, and then I'll literally check out of the conversation and then bring my mind back to, oh, here's what my new reality is. And then ask myself, what need to change? Hi, Lily. What need to change? What needs to change in my environment right now so that I can receive that reality? Right? Same thing in business, for example. You get to choose anything you want. You get to choose whichever way it is that you want it to be, right? It doesn't have to be what other people are doing. You get to define. You can define how it is that you want it, right? And then you get to ask yourself, what needs to change within me right now for me to receive that? What needs to change in my business right now for me to receive that? What needs to change that is in alignment with you for you to receive that? Does it make sense so far? Right? Does it make sense so far? Can you see yourself how maybe the reason why you may have been receiving all the undesirable things that you have been receiving in your life has been because you have been hammering on the fact that, oh, I don't have the money, or I'm too poor, blah, 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 all the things, right? I don't have the money. Why me? I've been doing this for so long, it's not working. Yeah, if you keep saying that, your energy, right? All everything that you keep saying to yourself, your brain is listening to you every single second. Your brain is like, well, I've been trying, but if you say so, right? If you say it's not working, then who am I to contradict you? You are my owner, right? You are my owner. And so if you say so, yes. If you say so, right? Instead, bring your mind back to, oh, this is how I want it. Dream about it consistently, continuously, even when your reality is telling you, no, it's not true. No, it's not true, right? Even your reality, the proof within you, the proof around you is like, no, that's not true, right? But then you say, oh, okay, I noticed that it's not my current reality. What is reality, anyways, right? It's not the evidence right now is this, but I get to choose how I want to experience it. I'll give you a little secret, right? Remember how earlier I said everything that we want in our lives is because we think all these things that we want, we think they are going to make us feel good, right? We want them for the way that they are. Every single thing that you want in your life, the lover, the husband, the fiance, the money, the trips, the vacation, all that, right? Most of us, right? And I used to believe that too. I used to think that I want all those things so that they can make me feel good, right? So that can make me feel fulfilled. Guess what? I'm in a space where I can feel pretty fulfilled in my bedroom. I can feel pretty fulfilled even if I have $0 in my bank account. The amazing part of that is that from that space, I know, right? Because now I have gained the confidence. At any given moment, I can create anything that I want. This is how actually I have released a lot of attachment, right? This is how sometimes some of you who are here, you know that I bring a lot of other entrepreneurs in my business, right? I bring other people who I really know can make a difference in my audience's life. I bring them along, right? A lot of people, when I first started, people will ask me, why are you giving away, like, you have an audience, why, like, you can feel, oh, I can feel a lot of energy shifting again for you, right? Why are you bringing people, right? You could be keeping that money for yourself. No, you don't need this because there is immense abundance in the world. I don't need to feel threatened. I don't need to feel that way because I already know there is immense abundance coming my way. And as a matter of fact, the more you share, the more I share with other people, the more I receive. But you have to get to yourself to the space where you can feel that. And that space is by connecting with yourself energetically. Is by connecting with yourself energetically. This is why it's so powerful, right? From the space of your higher self, from the space of your true self, right? There is nothing that is not possible. Nothing is insurmountable. All your desires are always meant for you. They're always meant for your greater good. They're always meant for you to experience life the way that you want to experience it. But we, in a part of our brains, we have registered that it has to be hard. We have registered a whole lot of different things. And then our brain is like, if you say so. Our brain is like, if you say so. I want to share something about, like yesterday I talked about the neocortex. I talked about like the limbic system, which is your emotional brain. I talked about the brainstem where you can really, really awaken your feel, your true being, right? The place where many of you have said when you were there, you felt like you can do it, you felt like uh, it is possible, right? You only receive. You have to write this down also. You only receive what you believe you can get. If you don't believe, you can get it, no matter how hard you work, actually, because this isn't about working hard. This really is not about working hard. Right? This isn't about earning. This is about receiving. This is about allowing, right? This is about receiving and this is about allowing, right? And so a lot of the time, so I talked about all these brain, all those parts of the brain. It's not enough, right? I have to say this. If not, it's not enough for you to just get into that space, right? Like when you get into that space, it can release a lot of resistance for you. So other things that you were working on before, that you focused on before, you can notice how like all of the sudden they can start like become coming to fruition. But here's one thing that I want to add to this, right? Yesterday, I talked a lot about how it is literally what we focus our mind on over and over and over again. That's what happens, right? And a lot of the times, what happens is that because we keep replaying our whole stories, all the stories, right? Keep replaying in our mind all stories of what we don't want. That's why we keep recreating over and over and over again what we don't want, right? Why do we keep saying it's so hard, blah, 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 why me, and stuff like that. And I honor that because, of course, all of us have gone through one thing or another in our lives. This is because we are such a conditioned human being, right? And because of that, right, I wanted to share. So I talked about those three parts of the brain. Of course, the brain is much more complicated than that. The reason why we keep, right, why we keep repeating all these things over and over and over again, even when we don't want it, it's because of the functions of our brain, right? There isn't even like one particular part of our brain, amygdala, if I can say it correctly, right? One particular part of our brain that really holds on to what our brain feels is important information, right? Like riding a bike, for example, right? Have you ever heard the expression like you can never forget how to ride a bike? Who agrees with me, right? Like once you learn how to ride a bike, it's really hard not to know how to ride a bike anymore, right? Same thing with swimming. Once you know how to swim, it is very hard not to know how to swim anymore. Even if you don't swim for 10 years and you fall in the water, I'm pretty sure you will know how to swim again. Do you know why? Who can guess why? Okay, we don't have a lot of time. I'll give you the answer, right? Why is because that part of our brain, there's a part of our brain, amygdala, right? Which literally holds on to information that it feels is important for your life, for your survival, for whatever, right? So, how does that part of your brain decide what is important for it? How? How? Can anybody guess? How? Come on. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. Okay. First of all, can you see me clearly? For some reason, yesterday's video came out very blur. Am I showing blur or the hairstyle? I waited until 43 minutes to ask this question. Am I showing blur or am I showing clear right now? All right. All right. Do you know how does that part of your brain, our life experiences, that's but something more specific, yeah, like good answers based on our upbringing, yes, memory, yes, clear, yes, you okay, I'm clear, okay, perfect, clearly, perfect, okay, you are good, clear, okay. Do you know how that, okay, perfect, thank you everybody, how that part of our brain decides, oh, this is really super important information, I really need to hold on to this, right? What's happening is that a lot of the times if you're struggling creating something, and so many of us, it's because that part of our brain has actually held to an important some sort of information that it feels is important, and then it keeps replaying in your mind, in your brain, over and over and over again. the what okay, so what makes that part of your brain decide this is important information is repetition. So to learn to ride a bike, right? Everybody, right? If you've learned, like, I don't know of anybody who has like all of the sudden gotten on a bike and then, oh, I already know how to ride a bike, right? You ride a bike, you fall, you get back on, you and then you repeat, right? And then even after you learn how to ride a bike, when you're going to ride a bike in your neighborhood, you are repeating the same thing over and over again, right? You repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? By repetition, right? The things that your amygdala decides to hold on to are the things that you repeat over and over and over again. Because you repeat the same thing over and over and over again, your brain is like, oh, that must be really, really important. I really need to hold on to this. Right? Same thing with swimming, right? If you've ever learned how to swim, there's no way you don't know how to swim anymore, even 10 years later, 15 years later, because that part of your brain has held on to that information. Imagine growing up, some way, somehow, you have picked up this information over and over and over again that you are not good enough, right? That you're not good enough. That if you're not first in your class, then you're not good enough, right? If you don't rank first in your class, then you're not good enough. That if you don't do things a certain way according to what your parents said, you're not good enough, right? And so you get like every single day all the information, right? Me growing up, it was always like if you don't have like a like a certain like a physic appearance, you don't look good enough. You have to look a certain way. You have to be light enough. You have to be blah blah blah, right? Or the funny thing is, funny not so funny, is that our parents a lot of the time, because they themselves had their conditioning, unknowingly, really unknowingly, I don't know of one parent that wants to let their kid know, feel like they're not good enough. But unknowingly, we pick up information here and there, right? I'm not good enough. I only have to do it in this structure, right? And our brain, because we get that over and over and over and over again, so our brain holds on to that information. That's what our conditioning is, right? So now, can you guess how you can change that? How can you change that? If all that came from the perspective or from the fact that it's literally just about the brain, right? It's literally just, it's not that you're not good enough. It's not that you can't do it. It's not like that. It's just, oh, the condition of my brain right now is right here. It's believing this, right? How can I change it so that it can believe this instead? So, how you can do that is now by infusing new information into your brain. This is exactly what we did at the beginning of this session when I said, and you repeated and you felt this, my desires are meant for me, right? We grow up thinking I have to fight for it, I have to deserve it, I have to whatever else, I have to do something to earn it, right? It makes sense? Repeating new habits, yes. Right? But before even that turns into new habits, you have to give new information into your brain, right? And then repeat, like literally your habits are what create, right? But your habits have come from the thoughts that you keep repeating to yourself, the beliefs that you have. Yes, by repeating the new good information. My teacher always said, this is one of the very first thing that I ever learned from him. I learned so much from him. He helped me heal a lot. One of his thing is good news create good brain. Good news create good brain. Good news create good brain, right? So, what are these good news that you want to give to your brain? What are the, like, as you thinking about it now, right? As you did yesterday's homework and you thought about what are the things that I believe, right? Now I'm going to put you to work. What are the things that, like, you very clear about it, right? Or the doubts that you had it earlier, right? Now, how can you change that information, right? One person, I think it was Ivy, that said, I don't know how. Then how can you change that? The universe knows how. I don't need to know how. I'm putting myself in the space of allowing. Here's the thing, a lot of the things that I manifested, if not everything that I have manifested intentionally, the very first thing is I decide not wanting to know, like, not that I don't want to, but like I decide regardless of whether I know how it's going to happen or not. And here's another little secret. Most of my things that I manifested in my life, right? Sometimes I can sit down and I say, I'm going to manifest this. I say, oh, this would be nice if I manifest this by next month, right? Almost never does it happen exactly the way that I plan it. Almost never. Why? Because the universe knows about the how more than you can ever imagine, right? So you can change it to, even though I don't know how yet, right? It's literally just, it just hasn't come to your consciousness yet, right? But if you don't own it, it won't come to your consciousness. I can promise you that much, right? But if you own it, oh, I would like to do that. It will be so cool. And you'll be amazed at how many possibilities, right? Which means that not only do you own it, but also you decide how you want it. What does that mean? Oftentimes I will say, oh, I would like to create this amount of money this month, and here are the things that I will do for it, right? Here are simple things that I will do to literally doing those things are not, again, it's not about earning, it's about allowing. But me doing those things is simply for me to focus my energy on the creation that is about to happen. Again, like I said earlier, right? If I hold on to this is the exact same way that it's going to happen, the universe knows so many bigger ways for you to receive. It is just a way for you to focus your energy on receiving that, and your mind will be blown away by all other possibilities possible. It makes sense. So, number one, own what you want. Number two, get yourself into the space where you believe that it is possible for you, right? So, repeating yourself, um, giving yourself new information, right? Let's say, for example, somebody said they wanted $10,000, right? I think it was Ivy. She said she wanted $10,000 this month of March, right? So you start writing, right? It is easy for me to receive $10,000 this month, right? I received $10,000 this month. I received $10,000 effortlessly. My brain knows how I can receive this $10,000, right? The truth is, the universe knows how possible it is for me to receive this $10,000. I allow myself to receive this $10,000. $10,000, receiving $10,000 this month feels so effortless. It's so amazing how effortless it was for me to receive this $10,000. You get to define it for yourself. It makes sense? Yes, repeatedly feel the desire. Repeatedly feel the desire and keep giving your brain that information, right? One of the information is my desires are meant for me. It doesn't have to be hard. It gets to be easy. It can be easy. And the universe knows the how. I'm allowing myself to receive. And keep your mind on, oh my God, how it feels to actually receive this. And if for some reason it doesn't happen yet, That is not the reason, that is not the time for you to decide, oh, this didn't work, oh, this doesn't work. That literally, like, it's like one of my mentors who's like, she was going for her million dollar year, and she literally boldly said, this is the year I'm going for the $1 million year. And she said, I'm not afraid of failing, I'm not even afraid of um being disappointed or anything like that. This will either be the year, because I decided, because I said, because I chose, right, to really focus my energy on that. Right? This will either be the year I really receive the $1 million, or this is the year where I will learn $1 million lessons. Can you feel that? I can so much feel your energy shifting every single time when I say something that actually resonates with you. It's either I actually receive what I opened myself to receive, or this is the time where I learn what I need to learn to receive what I'm asking to receive. Not the time to say to yourself, oh, this is not working. This didn't work, right? Actually, as a matter of fact, because you keep saying to yourself, it's not working, then your brain is like, oh, well, you said so. But as a matter of fact, it is always working for you. It is always working for your greater good. You have to believe that. No matter what, it is always working for you to receive everything that you are asking for. But again, your mind keeps going to, it's not working, it's not working, which means your energy keeps going to, it's not working, it's not working. And then you keep recreating that over and over again because you say so. Because again, where your energy goes, you accumulate, and where you accumulate, creation happens. Right? Your only work is to decide, this is what I want. And to allow yourself to imagine and feel what it feels like to have that. And only from that space, ask your true self, ask your brain, show me how. I know you know how, right? Even when you don't know, when you personally don't know the how yet, right? Stay in the space of, this is what's happening this month. This is what I'm holding space for this month. This is what I'm holding space for this month. Right? This is what I'm holding space for, which means imagining and feeling and celebrating others, right? This is a big key. Celebrating others who are creating what it is that you want to create. Literally, by you celebrating others, you are creating that for yourself. But what do we often do? Because we don't trust ourselves, because we go from the space of being separated from our true essence, from our true higher self. When we see other people who are creating what it is that we want to create, oftentimes our chest becomes tight. We feel jealous. We feel like, why them, and how come, instead of celebrating that, we keep coming back to, why is it not working for me? Why is it not working for me? Then you keep recreating the same thing over and over and over again. Right? So a few things that I want you to repeat to yourself today in preparation for tomorrow, right? My desires are meant for me. My dreams, everything that I want, just the mere fact that you want them, that you have a desire for them, right? My desires are meant for me. From the space of, I'm already whole, I'm already fulfilled, right? And how do you do that? Again, you do the exercise, the energy exercise. I'll send you the link. I'll send you a recap for this training today also, so that you can do this exercise at home, right? You can do this homework, right? My desires are meant for me. Just because I think about them, just because somehow it popped up, they're meant for me, right? And I promise you, in the pursuit of those things that come up for you, right? Your desires are different than my desire, different than everybody else's desire, right? You own it, you go for them, right? You own them, you go for them. And in the process of receiving them, a lot of healing will happen. you will see that you have to let go of a lot of things. Right? Remember how I said earlier, what needs to change within me? What needs to change within me for me to receive that? And oftentimes, if you follow your heart's true desire, it is so that you can actually feel more of the brightness within you, so that you can let go of your conditioning, so that you can go more purely towards, literally reduce the gap between who you're being at the moment and who you truly are, the light that you truly are within you, right? That's number one thing. Number two is whatever is it is that you want to create or receive this month, or whenever, this month, this year, this week, whatever it is for you, it is easy for me to receive that, right? That's number two. It is easy for me to receive that. I am capable of it now. I'm capable now. The universe knows how. I'm capable now. It is possible for me now. It is possible for me now. Right? And then the next homework, all right, it's not a lot of homework, but you know what I mean. The next thing is whatever it is that you just said that you wanted. I want you to list 50 different ways that that is possible for you, right? If you said, right, I want to, if you said one of my desires, if you said, like, I think some of you said $10,000 this month, right? What are the different ways that you can receive $10,000 this month? I can tell you this, right? Once I started doing this, once I started allowing money to come to me, various way, from various form, right? I started actually receiving money in such mind-blowing ways. I actually get gifted thousands of dollars. Like, who does that? And this isn't like once or twice. It happens all the time now. On my birthday, I got no one gave me, like, before. No one, unless like when I was a child, right? When I was a child, yes, maybe my parents would give me money, or like my aunts or stuff like that. But as a grown woman, like, no one gives me. And then I started doing this, and even on my birthday, I get gifted money. How incredible is that? And so list 50 different ways. You'll be amazed. 50 different ways that you can receive everything that this is, just so that you can shift your energy around this, right? You can get gifted, right? Somebody can buy a product that you or products that you are selling. Somebody can buy some of your services, right? So, like, there are so many different magical ways, right? Even though you may not be aware of this, right? What I really highly recommend is, number one, do the energy training. I'll send you the link again via email if you signed up for this workshop. If you're not signed up, simply like sign up, and then sign up like in the description. The link is there. And then I'll send you the video. Number one is do the energy training. Number two, write this affirmation that it can be easy. It can be easy. I'm capable of it now, right? The universe knows the how. It is possible for me now. Not tomorrow, not 10 years from now. Literally, all that means is that I'm opening myself up to receive now. Right? It can be done for me now. It's possible for me now. Right? That's the next step. And then the next step after that is just list 50 different ways that this can become reality. 50 different ways that this can be your reality this month. It makes sense? Can you share with me how is this training for you? Do you feel that your energy shifted a lot? Actually, you can feel, ooh, the energy is much lighter. I can feel that actually. I can feel that. Can you feel your energy having shifted around this? Please share with me. Don't me speak all by myself. Share with me what it is that you have experienced. Can you feel a shift? I'm waiting, right? So that's your homework while I'm waiting for you to comment, right? If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be sharing a ton more, especially starting next week. But before we even get there, tomorrow, come back. Tomorrow is going to be super, super, super amazing, actually. You get to, if you've never done this before, you will be shocked, right? You get to experience manifesting something right before your eyes within just like a couple of minutes. Within just a couple of minutes, you get to manifest that, right? Own your desires, own what you want, right? Keep imagining, keep bringing your mind back to what it feels like to have that. And then ask your true self, how, show me the ways, show me the ways, show me the ways, right? So do the exercise, feel, get yourself to the high vibration, the frequency of your true essence. And then from that frequency, ask your true self, how can I do this? What are the different ways that this is possible for me, right? Don't say to yourself, this never happens to people. Like I said earlier, it's like I manifest money when even I'm not selling anything. Like it's crazy, because I have gotten to myself to really owning, oh, this is what I want, right? And really imagining, oh, what it feels like, right? What it feels like, what does it feel like, right? A lot of sometimes when I don't know what it feels like, I actually put myself in an environment of people that already experienced that, and then I celebrate them, and then I rejoice them, and I'm like, oh my god, and I learn from them, and I'm like, how did you do that? And I get excited for them, right? And the times when I don't get excited for them, it's because I'm believing that it's not possible for me. And all that means is that there is a disconnect between who I'm being at the moment and who I'm truly like, and who I truly am, the light within me. And all I need to do really is to bring myself back to my true self. Through what? Energy. Through energy. I hope this makes sense. Yeah. Uh Okay, let me read all your comments. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Yeah, I can feel. I could definitely feel that the group felt way much lighter energetically. You got this. You can do this. Only you can do this. No one can do it for you. And I hope that you really, really go for it and do this for yourself. Lily says yes, yes. Lily, Ivy, yes. Okay, let me go back. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging on with me. Swapna says, should I write once and leave, or how many times to write? That is a very good question. So you can repeat as many times as you feel like, until you feel like, oh, my brain feels like I believe this. My brain feels like I believe this. Right? You can write as many times. It's that repetition thing, right? Write as long as you want, until somewhere in your brain it feels like, oh my God, I believe this. I believe it's possible for me. Yeah. Elena says, okay, yes. Romina, yes, thank you. Yes, I'm so glad. Yes, feels lighter. Okay, good, good, good. I'm just saying, I feel a big difference in my feeling. Fantastic. Congratulations, Elena. Authentic Self says, yes. Mamta, yes, shifted a lot. I was shaken to sit up upright and share with you. Good. Go says, yes. E-boy, I feel positive that everything will receive from universe in a snap of an eye. Awesome, Victor. Yes, thanks. Love you so much. I love you too, Victor. Godwin. Hey, Godwin, I didn't even know you were here. I'm so glad you're here. Hearts to you too. And I say, I feel that I just need to make the connection with energy. Yes. Right. So we'll go deeper tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy yourself if you want, right? One of the things that I really like doing, even with my own mentors, of course, like I have grown a lot, but I keep, expansion is the name of the game. Like as a human, we always want to expand bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And when there is a concept or something that I don't feel integrated within me, again, it's the whole repetition thing. Oftentimes, I'll watch something, right? I feel like, oh, this resonates, but I feel like it really needs to integrate. into my brain so that it becomes second nature. What I do is I'll rewatch, if it's a video or if it's a book or whatever, I'll rewatch the same thing over and over and over and over and over again until it integrates. It becomes really second nature, right? Again, it's about that amygdala thing, right? Repetition, repetition, repetition. So if you feel like this really resonated with you, but at some point you feel like, I'm not owning all that we talked about today, my only thing that I say to you is really like rewatch the video, repeat again, repeat until you feel like, oh, this feels good, right? This feels good. Well, thank you, Dee. I love you. All right, bye everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with. Oh my God, it's 11:11 here. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time. I will make sure that you do get the homework. Again, if you sign up for this, you don't have to do anything. The homework will be emailed to you. If you're not signed up for this, make sure that you sign up in the comments, in the description. And again, you will receive everything that is pertaining to this workshop. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk again. You'll get to experience. Matter of fact, do you believe me when I say this? You get to experience manifesting something right before your eyes, right? We get to do a little bit of energy training, and you get to grow more into allowing, right? Changing your energy or lifting your energy towards allowing more in your life, right? More of what matters to you, more of your heart desires, your heart's desire. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.